smart guy. IG have definitely got big brains.
I hope Kunka queues up a sentry, or at least somebody does. Oh, the Disruptor's got one. He might walk mid. He wants to fight for the rune.
There's a bit of a fight going for the rune here, yeah, but there's 3 heroes coming in. However, Doodle going for the cheeky wraparound, but they do have the air spike, so I don't think he's going to get this rune. Nope. Kaka will pick that one up, and no, Doodle after going to go for a bit of a jog here. Nothing leveled up on 11, so he could go for the Infernal Blade, so Doodle can't go for the TP in front of his face. We'll just walk back, though.
Dude just walks past him again.
Yeah, doop-a-doop-a-doo, don't mind me. Just Doodle them by.
Is there a sentry coming out in the courier or the south? Yeah, they pinged out the ward and nobody's dealing with it. That's interesting. I would have assumed Ollie would have at least walked mid to get rid of that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when's the breaks?
They could destroy this mid lane early on.
In theory, yes. Yeah, I don't think Yi. Although Yi is a really good player, but then again, Emo's been feeling riding the waves today, so. Yeah, gonna throw out Snake to ensure the range creep last hit. That's really important, and will not get the other melee creeps. Only gets 2 last hits on the first wave, but Kunkka only got 2 as well, so not the end of the world.
It's funny, like where Kunkka got nerfed to his Tidebringer, so he can't deny with it anymore. But now he just gets to lay the damage into heroes more with the Tidebringer. Is it a nerf? Maybe it's a buff in disguise because now you can just constantly harass them. I mean, it's not a buff, but you know what I mean.
Not sure what you're getting at there, but I'll leave you to your insane ramblings. Kaka being bullied by Ollie behind his tower right now, which is very sad. Ollie's throwing in a ton of harass here, and he's actually got another Psychic Storm. He's going to chase him? No, he doesn't want to chase him into the trees. But Kaka will be very sad under this tower. Still tries to come in for the range last hit, but actually Ollie will get it. And let's level 2 on Disruptor now, so it's kind of a threat as the Doom's only level 1, as is the Lion. See if they try to go aggressive here. I don't think they will, though. They don't really have the heroes for it. So even though they have a good level advantage, they can't really push anything to make it happen. You know what, down at the bottom, Odd Chicken and Dark. This is the lane we expected. It's the Bane and it's a Lash Track. Easy setup for the Split Earth and makes it very scary for JT to come too far forward. Yeah, he can take the Nightmare off with his Treant, can't he?
Yes, he can, and it's a really strong lane for this Nature's Prophet. Like, they can't really bully the trees out well at all. We talked about the Leshrac earlier on IG going for the Lightning build instead of the Edict. So Chicken, he's doing the opposite. He is going for that Edict build.
Yeah, this is much more classic, and I think better, honestly. Like, the Lightning didn't work. The Edict just gives you such early push, which no one can really contend with. It's really strong.
Dude's just doing really well in this mid lane, though. Much better than I expected. Emo keeps, like, fake torrenting to try and force her to move away, and she just calls out his bluff every time, just stands still and CS's.
He's just such, like, he's like, yeah, screw it, torrent me, see what I care.
It's a power play.
Yeah, and that Snake coming in versus the melee hero, very effective. Gonna give him lots of health to work with. The X mark's now coming out from Emo, but Snake bouncing around, doing a ton of damage. Torrent will land, but I mean, Medusa's taking no right-click damage at all from Emo.
He's gonna have to bring out a Mango and another Salve on the courier as well. Even an extra set of Tangos. So his net worth is going down the drain at the moment on the Kunkka.
Yep, small amount of money he has being spent on items which don't really give him any kind of laning advantage, which is a big problem.
And when this level 3 Snake comes out as well, it's going to be even more difficult for him, so...
Dark in some trouble down below the Centaur, helping out as well. Thank you, Mr. Neutral. And that will get them the kill onto the Bane.
I like what JT did, though. He actually held his skill point on level 3, just in case he needed the Sprout or the TP. He didn't end up needing either of them, but...
Nope, the Centaur hadn't covered, dude. Stomp coming in, and yeah, Bane couldn't get his life drain off. Rain Sap. I'm not sure if it already used it or not, but yeah, I'm sure that doesn't feel too good about that one on the Bane. As let's have a look towards top lane. Now, we haven't really paid much attention to this, but it's a Naga Siren. You know, 202 right now. What's up, dude?
There's a regen in the bot lane. Oh, not the bot lane, in the bot spawn.
Yeah, Kunkka's.
Kunkka just popped his salve though, so he's a little bit sad.
Ah, well, you know, them for breaks. Yeah, Yi really I mean, they're pretty even. Nice Torrent, going to catch him out there, but, you know, doing really no damage at all as he pops the Mana Shield just in time. Emo will just come in and start smacking up some creeps. Get some damage off onto Yi here, chasing them down.
Yeah, so what were you going to say about the top lane before, between the Naga and the Doom?
I was just gonna talk about it. Just kind of freestyle on this lane.
The thing is, like, they're both just trading farm, right? Like, runes are spawning here, so... Well, yeah, I like that Lesh comes over with the Bane to try and get the runes here.
Yeah, Kaka's gonna steal one at top. Well, I say steal it, it's his rune. He might have a kill in the middle lane. A little bit of a rotation coming in from JT allows them to get the torrent off. And they get themselves a meanwhile, but... Okay.
What's happening?
What's happening? I'm missing kills is what's happening, though. We have 2 kills across the map, so mid lane...
Bane as well.
Just goes down.
Don't worry, I've got you. He's popping shrine.
He's fine. He's shrining. He's good. He's good. He's living the dream. They're still chasing.
He's actually
They've got the
not
trees,
okay.
But, I mean, he's back at full health, and they don't. They do have a swashbuckle if you mango.
Oh, the silence!
Oh no! Oh, nightmare! Oh, we actually in the middle of casting nightmare, and the tree will take it off immediately. But Dark is going to be absolutely hunky dory down here.
And never any doubt, was there?
No, not really. If you're good, then you knew that Dark was absolutely fine there. If you're not good, then you might have been like kind of worried or interested in that. But to people like us, it's very boring.
Emo is tanking damage from this snake.
He really is. He's not making any attempt to avoid it.
But the Medusa knows now that he has to be careful.
Oh, Kaka's going to deny the haste rune. That feels bad for Kunkka. The bottle. The one thing keeping him in this lane is going to be off.
This Nature's Prophet kind of slowed down a little bit, though, ever since the rotation. The Lesh is really caught up in farm.
Using for a rotation in mid, hold your thoughts for 1 second as Ollie and Dogbites coming in. The X marks, the torrent, the boat, it's all being thrown. She doesn't have mana left. It's just a raw Medusa, raw HP, but it's done from Kaka. Is it going to be enough? The Static Storm keeping us still. Emo comes in and they find the damage, and the split up actually off mark as well. JT comes in, just keeps the Leshrac held still, so he can't do any damage. Yeah, it's the dream right now, but Dogbites needs to back himself away, and Disrupt dropping really low as well. Oh, Chicken doing so much damage. The right click is going to be enough to finish him off, and now he's getting on top of Doodle as well. Doodle's going to drop also. The Leshrac comes in, makes the rotations, and just front lines and chases back the entirety of IG and gets 2 kills in the process. This hero is nuts.
So everybody from IG just turns up at the mid lane 7 minutes into the game. That's a new one on me. I've never seen that 5-man mid rotation before.
They lose. They bring everybody to the middle lane and they lose the fight. I think.
Did they lose it because they killed the Deucer?
They kill the Deucer, but they lose their Pangolier and their Disruptor and give so much to this Leshrac. Like, we talked about how you need to get this pipeline before the Leshrac hits his peak. Like, he's already halfway towards that level 12 mark where it gets super duper scary. I'm scared for IG.
Yeah, I'm scared for them, but it's not too bad. Like, a big power climbing for them, well, the first one at least, is when they get level 6 on their supports. So if they can play around this Rolling Thunder and Static Storm, could be some huge team fights coming out from IG. We saw it in the 3rd game of the last series.
This is an awkward thing for Dogfat, though, that he has to try and play in this lane to get to level 6 against the Leshrac and the when he actually gets caught by a split earth. He will be able to swashbuckle himself away, though, so it's not too bad. But yeah, with Bane here, we'll be so lucky. Although the boat coming in here with the Sprout to set it up. The Nightmare going to save him from the boat damage. Old Chicken running himself away. What a save from Dark, and he's looking to turn this one around. He gets the split earth in. Is it enough damage onto Emo, though? He realizes that it might be over, and with a swashbuckle and a Sprout, they find that kill. And Emo from Hangover gradually starting to feel the damage he suffered last night. Will get himself away. Meanwhile, the fight's still going on, though. Ollie and Dogbites both drop down here as Keen Gaming rotate in, and JT could be in some trouble as well as Kaka rotates around, but he doesn't have the mana to work with, so he's going to have to mana drain. That's going to give him his Earth Spike, though, and we'll cast it, and the supports, well, they don't have enough damage to eat through JT's defenses. That was Basilius and the Power Tread's doing a lot of work. Pango is in, the damage is out, Dark running himself away, trying to escape, and he is going to be okay, especially with Old Chicken turning up as well, just going to force back the offense.
Oh, the Doom, top.
IG. Another kill going on, maybe. There's a look in here, but into the trees. The Prophet is TPing, and Old 11 taking a ton of damage, just getting juked like hell by Ollie here. Ollie, I mean, he's going to die for this, but if they get the kill on Doom, he do not care. Looking through the trees, Old 11 trying to run himself away, and he actually... Doodle? All right. Doodle just kind of went AFK in the trees there. Old 11 will actually escape. They see him with the Sprout, but it's like, oh man, he's already TP'd himself out of there. So Doom with the runaway does end up getting a pretty good trade up here at top. I mean, it wasn't even a trade, so it was just a kill.
I mean, that's the power of the max Scorched Earth, though.
Yeah.
well, it was a kill, but it was 2 kills really on the Disruptor straight away. Like, he didn't even doom him the first time. Disruptor TP's back to lane, just dies again.
Yeah.
It was very unfortunate. The Lesh back down to the bot lane before. He actually ran out of mana. Otherwise, I think he might have killed the Kunkka, which is very sad for old Chicken.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Bounty rune is gets. Torrent dodged out. I don't think anybody was... I don't know. I think they were trying to dodge a Torrent, actually.
I think they knew something was coming. They might have been trying to bait out the Bounty rune as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And there's the Max Edict. Points in the Split Earth now as well, so lots of damage coming through from this Lesh. They can try and play this Lesh and the Doom together. I mean, they have this Catapult spawn up in the top lane, so TV's top lane might be able to get a tier 1 up here, possibly. But they've actually smoked up towards mid instead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's a 2-man smoke. I feel like the main should really be going first here. Well, Chicken says no.
He's level 4 though. Like,
yeah, but just for the Nightmare. Ollie's going to show himself. Nightmare is going to be used on Chicken. Does he want to follow up with this? He certainly does as it comes to... Oh my god, that was more damage than I expected. But now the X-Marks is coming out with the boat as well. Old Chicken could be in some trouble. It's a Torrent, the boat, the damage. It's more than enough to eviscerate Old Chicken, and now the Rolling Thunder inside the river to find the +1. Dogfights has his eyes open. Allows them to get an extra kill in that middle engagement. And now they can look towards the tower as well. A double kill for Emo. Alright. I'm no longer scared. I was scared of Lash right before. I'm no longer scared. He's useless. Dead hero.
I feel like this Doom should be trying to get involved in fights more. Like, he's kind of just sitting up in the top lane, and he has the whole game. The golden, yeah, he's TPing in now to keep his mid tier 1 alive.
Now that he's got his Doom up, but it's a classic trap you fall into, isn't it, with some of these heroes where it's like, well, I don't have my big ultimate, therefore I'm not going to come to fights. But really, I think the only heroes which should get away with that are kind of the big carries, like, you know, Luna and Jug maybe. Although Jugs we've actually seen being 10 times more aggressive, even without their ultimates.
Like, his Scorched Earth is 50 DPS for 16 seconds.
Tasty.
That's quite a lot of damage. That's 800 damage altogether, you know, in an AoE. And he has the Thunder Cup as well. Pretty tanky boy. I think if it had been his Deucer in trouble, he probably would have TP'd, but
Dire's middle tower is
it's only the Lesh. It's fine.
Oh, another day, another boat, another kill as Lion in some trouble down here. Dogfights, can he finish the job? Oh, he gets fingered on the tower. He's actually going to go down for this. JT tried to save him with the Sprout, but it was too little, too late. And now Clean Gaming, they're on the hunt for more as the Torrent comes out, going to land onto nobody. They're going to throw down the Doom. Emo in some trouble. They're throwing out the Song, but with the damage from the Pulse Nova and the Doom, is it going to be enough? He's dead. He's dead. And he says, do it. Doodle's like, I can't do it. You're my friend. I have to.
What do you mean he can't, sir? Mate, if there was some guy in my pub that was like, please, he'd be like screaming, don't deny me, and I'd be like, I'm going to kill you.
Chasing him down when he's in the moment he hits 25% HP. Quelling Blade from El Dumo, but unfortunately it's the end of this demon from hell as he does get run over by Senor Dogfights.
Senor Dogfights, so he's Spanish now.
Spanish team, yeah. I call him El Dumo as well. The whole cast, the whole little engagement there was in a bit of a theme, you know.
They're making
people say I need to mix it up, so that's what I'm going with.
Oh, he's got a Quelling Blade on the Deucer. That makes me so happy. I talked about it last series. It made me sad that the other guy didn't.
Yeah,
Nature's Prophet,
a big player.
Keeping in.
Yeah, there's a lot of heroes coming in for this. So the Dark is hanging on the sidelines and will be able to dodge the damage off the boat. And now with the Stone Gaze and all Wraith of Nature doing so much, though. Kunkka dropping low. He getting low as well. Barker, I mean, they just keep him locked down for such a long time. Finally, he's going to drop, but now they can get Nature's Prophet as well. The trees ain't going to save you. Yeah, buddy. Nature's Prophet annihilated in the trees. And now Keen Gaming take another tower. And that's the thing. Every fight that Keen take, they're right next to an objective and they get something for it. I mean, so far it's only been damage on the towers, but now they get themselves a tower, and I think this is going to translate to a lot more in the future. But, you know, Noodle, just getting to work on the bottom lane. Got his Yasha up, going towards this Manta style. Won't be too long until he's there, and that is going to accelerate his farm hell of a lot. So it is something which Keen Gaming need to be worried about.
I am surprised he's not going for Diffuser before finishing off the Manta, but...
Yeah, I think you don't anymore. It's just Manta is so important on Nagasaran for just accelerating your farm. You know, you just get a Manta, you ferry out clarities, and you just farm like an absolute god.
Yeah, I feel like if you want to AF, like, just say accelerate your farm, the Manta's fine, but...
And the damage increase from the Riptide as well, I think it's...
If you get Diffuser, you just run at this Deucer, I think. Like with these two supports that you have with a really good team fight.
I'm not so sure. I don't think you have enough stats to run the Medusa. You know, you only get agility from the diffusal blade, so that's not going to help you from Leshrak's damage, which is the biggest threat to the meta right now.
It's the illusions and everything as well. I guess when you really want to go when you have the Manta and the diffuser though, don't you? That's the... You hit the strength, talent, timing as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it is game for strength as well, unfortunately. The agility's nice, you know, extra damage, extra attack speed, of course, with the Riptide coming into play, but some games you just need to get a bit blank.
This time, though, it's not the Naga's job to do damage. Pango has a javelin, so everybody's going to get one shot now anyway.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty
Cool.
standard.
Good
you know?
answer.
It's okay. That's what it feels like playing against Pango, at least, anyway.
If you've got lads near him, it's going to help him. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't affect the swashbuckle.
No. They almost
Listen to me.
well, they almost managed to catch old chicken mid there with a
Oh,
smoke.
he goes for a ward, but may well pay for it with his life. There is a finger in the bag, and Kaka just tears it apart all by himself, and immediately takes down the ward as well.
2 finger stacks already on Kika from the first 2 fingers, so that damage going to start to add up for the late game.
So does he use an extra finger for each stack he gets? Anyway, the song used to cancel out the Fiend's grip, and it's actually going to ruin the whole little combo here, thrown down by Keen Gaming, and they just get a full get out of jail. Yeah, they do get out. Or Chicken can't find the Yules
Radiant's bottom tower
onto the
is
Prophet.
under attack.
He's going that Orchid on the Prophet now. He's gone for the Vlad Scrums first, but I think this Orchid's going to be such a good pickup. If you can pick up either of these squishy supports, like in the backlines with the Orchid, they're just going to die. You don't really have any defensive capability against it. I think that's a Lion Blink coming out on the courier, though. It is.
Ooh, that is a nice item to pick up. Keen Gaming just hitting so many timings left to each other.
Oh, mid.
Except Medusa is still hanging out. And the boat just connects onto the Bane. The static field will not connect, but that doesn't really matter. They have the reach, they have the catch.
Oh my god, it's kinetic field, not static field.
Are scared.
Yeah, I noticed that as I said.
Oh my god.
I wasn't going to correct myself.
Any chance to grief you, don't worry.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Kunga did go for this Armlet, by the way, and he's going back for that halberd now. So, not wanting to rush that BKB necessarily.
My question is, when is this line about Dagon?
What's to clear 3 illusions instead of 2?
Exactly.
Dire's
smart.
bottom tower is under
I mean,
attack.
if I was playing Niagara, I'd be super mad if this line built Dagon. Like, this is a psychological game, is automatically won from that. They've got the sleep off onto Ollie here with the blink in and stun from Kaka, and just going to steal away his life and his mana. But more TPs coming in from Keen Gaming. They're looking to punish this aggression from IG as they try to avenge their disruptor, but it's not looking like that's going to happen. And I mean, Old 11 is so quick to get through these trees, and he's actually going to find the kill onto the Kaka. Doodle tries to go for the deny, but not quite quick enough. And now the damage coming in. The split. Oh, man, to dodge from Doodle to dodge the split up. Beautifully done. Isn't going to be enough, though. I don't think it is, though. A buyback from the Conker. They really want to save this Nagasiren, but there's too much damage coming into her. She is dropped, but the boat is going to land onto Leshrak, and they feel the follow-up damage. No, because the Conker has been put to sleep. Now Old Chicken getting solo. Finally gets finished. Not static strong. JT captain side, but will be able to run himself away. And Stoke gets snap from Yi as well. They're trying to fight themselves up, looking for JT, but he is inside the trees. Will escape. The Centaur Stomp did not land. And, well, Emo being chased down. He's brought back, remember. Seems like a lot of attack speed on 11 right there as Ollie chased around the back lines. He's got to be careful trying to eat through the trees. Doug's going to find him. However, the rest of the team are not following up with this. So just going to be the 2 supports. So they're looking towards Yi on the side of RG with JT cheaping right behind him. They can't eat through this Medusa's defense. She's getting low. She's getting low. She is gone. The flame's going to cancel out the Fiend's grip from Dark. They're still trying to fight up with Imra here. But Old 11, last one alive on the side of Keen Gaming. At least the last one in this fight. Oh no, never mind. Dark is also running around the sidelines as well, trying to get himself out. The connect field will not land. The TP forward's going to try and look for him here. They've got the Shroud Steam in the tree. They know where he's gone. They have the glimpse. They do not. They have no mana for it. Hero's going to be respawning at some point soon. I mean, the Leshrak's back. The Lion's back. But Dark has found himself away. There's an incredibly long fight in the middle lane. Finally goes where IG.
At the end, the Nexus Prophet ult could have finished off the Bane as well, because he actually almost ran into vision of an Observer Ward on the high ground, which would have been a massive style play. But yeah, they keep him alive. This is what I want to see, though, from the Radiant. I really want to see them play around with this Doom more. He's finally joining these fights, and they look so strong before it. He's almost got a BK, actually. And that's going to be very scary. I'm a little bit worried for the Lesh that he's falling behind as well, but again, when he gets his BKB, these fights are going to be so much easier to take.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The BKBs are so important. And Kaka, again, just wreaking havoc on these illusions. Mana drain with a 4-second cooldown. Give me them illusions. Get my thumb.
They keep this dude farming.
Yeah, she's
the
not big
side.
enough to take part in these fights, as we saw. You know, she was tanky, but not tanky enough. They did just surround her and beat her in, and the rest of the team not quite dishing out enough to be able to keep her alive yet.
They don't really do a huge amount of damage on the Radiant side, though, is my main worry for them now. Like, it's building really tanky. They've got this tanky Doom as well.
Bottle, we got a fight going on. Socket is out, and the combo coming out. Bikaka put inside that static field, and actually, Dogfights knocks the Doom out. Kaka's finally get chased down by GT, but now the Doom is out onto the Conquer once again, so he needs to back himself out of this fight. The Stone Gate's even being used by the Medusa. That might maybe been a bit of overkill.
Although the Rum's wearing off, he's taking armlet damage and Doom damage all at the same time. And he's still only half HP.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Got himself a Sanj, got himself an armlet. Emo is living the dream. I keep almost calling him Elmo.
I'm surprised that the Medusa TP'd in there. I feel like she wants to protect her team and everything. She's like, Doom, this is what you should have done in the start of the game for me, in the mid lane. But she just needs to keep farming. So I thought she was going to shove this top lane out, you know, pick up the bounty rings for herself. But it didn't happen.
So, how does Nagakari do versus Medusa?
We've heard this one before.
Yeah, this is a bit of a deja vu right now. Last time we didn't see the Nagasaran coming out on top, but it was a long old game. And it was a lot of Naga then as well.
What have you learned? That's the main question.
Was it Doodle or was it Emo playing it?
I think Doodle played the Naga last time as well.
Yeah, I think it was.
You always have that, like, a Naga player in each team.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter whether it's mid lane or safe lane. You always put the same person on Naga, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty high skill cap hero. A lot of microing to be done.
It's a boring hero. That's what it is.
I mean, it looks boring, but to you it's really fun because you're like, oh, this solution has to go over here, and then like, I'll send my man.
That's not fun though.
You just kind of like get the spreadsheets, like this camp will be respawning, and then this lane's pushing it, and kind of like making everything work.
You know that scene from The Hangover where he's got like all the numbers on the board in front of him?
Exactly, yeah. That's the entire game.
Right. Okay, it makes sense to me now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I could have said Beautiful Minds and it would have been the same thing, like a much more classic film, but no, The Hangover, alright.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably more popular film, Hangovers.
Dire's top tower is under.
They might get caught out down here.
Kaka on top of Pangolier straight away, has the Hex to work with as well, so will not be able to get off this rolling thunder. Split up connects as well. Both does land onto the lion though. Dogfights will make it to the high ground. Meanwhile, Kaka put to sleep and held still by Dark, but there comes the interrupt from Doodle. Just wants to use the Song of the Siren to tell Keen Gaming to back the hell off. Although Kaka gets a seeky snipe from the sidelines, he manages to bring down Dogfights.
Very nice. I'm surprised the Nature's Prophet didn't TP in the backlines there to try and pick off one of the supports and then play around the Kunkka, but yeah, as soon as the Fiend script came out, as soon as the song came out, that was pretty much it for the fight. Kind of everybody kind of used everything by that point.
Yep. Wrap it up, call it a day. Lion goes in for one last punt.
They've got this edict now though, so they can take this bot tier 1 pretty easily.
Orchid on the Prophet though, so they didn't actually end up getting a pipe on anybody, in fact, and they're still not going for it. The Pangolier is going for it. The Greaves instead.
They'll probably just end up building a pipe on the Pangolier eventually. I think it's more important that this Nature's Prophet gets his own BKB up.
Talking of Prophet, he is in a bit of trouble here in the top lane. He's going for the TP out, but the Nightmare's going to cancel it just at the last second. Now they've got a split up to follow up, and that is going to be an easy kill for Kane Gaming.
Yeah, they're left with his own BKB now as well. They should probably try and take a fight around the Roche pit here if they can next, when they get the next feed script up.
Yeah, I think it's a really nice timing.
It is difficult to fight into the Roche pit though, up against this dire side. We saw a Doodle. Oh, bot lane, they've used Doom on the Pango.
Yeah, they're going to town, and Doom's going to TP himself out. There's actually a BKB pop from him to get himself away, and Pangolier's going to be absolutely fine. So that's a Doom down. Maybe IG can look for some aggression now.
Possibly. But it's pretty difficult. Like, especially with your Nature's Prophet being dead. Like, he's kind of your +1 finder. I was going to say, yeah, the Die have really good fight-taking potential around the Roche pit with the Song, the Rolling Thunder. We saw last series, you know, you might be about to take Roche and all of a sudden, Knight comes in with a Song, and then she's got the Aegis herself. You have to play so carefully up against that hero.
Prophet back alive. Going for the Shadow Blade, actually. That's interesting.
Okay. I would have liked the BKB more, but I guess they feel like they can go late game up against this Dusa.
These supports are getting way too many items, so we'll get the Shadow Blade and force them to sentry up all over the place.
Yeah, true, because the Bane net worth is the one they were worried about, actually. So.
I don't want him getting a sneaky Kimmer cape in or something. No.
True.
We keep that boy knocked down. Medusa, though, only 700 gold away from a Scotty. Now that is something you got to be worried about. Mid lane, stun out. They're going to use a Fiend's Grip as well. Conquer held still for a very long time. In they come, and it's such a long Fiend's Grip. My god, but finally it runs out. But Evo is out of mana, out of health, and Kaka gets the kill. Very lonely death in the middle lane. Evo can't do anything. He's just sitting there, just waiting for the sweet release of death.
It's just so satisfying watching him lose all his mana to the mana drain from the line as well.
Yes.
He's up to 4 finger kills as well on this line already, so...
Don't forget the Fiend's Grip drains mana as well. So.
Oh, very true.
Double mana drain. Very effective. Ollie being chased down by a chicken here. He's even the BKB for this one, so he's definitely going to get this kill. Is it worth the 10-second BKB charge to kill a 5 position? I don't know. Fights in the trees. Not sure what he's doing here. I think he's maybe just be looking to cut a creep wave or something a little bit later on. They've got plenty of observers around here, so he knows he's safe.
I'd like to see someone pick up a Boots of Travel on this Radiant side next to try and deal with this Nature's split push. I'm probably looking at the Lesh, but he's going for that Sanjin Kaya next. Just to help amp his damage.
Yeah, I really like the Sanjin Kaya. I've seen so many players, maybe not in the high tier games, in the lower tier games, going for the Kaya because, you know, it's like, oh, it's movement speed. You know, Agi always sounds really nice, but... Ooh. Missing the split earth, and now TP out from dogfight's going to mean he's absolutely fine. Roll around in base for a bit.
I wonder if he finishes these Greaves on the Pango or goes for something different next. He's got the Greaves queued up, but I'm not sure if it's the right choice. It's not like there's something you can purge off that makes it massively valuable. Obviously the aura's nice, especially towards the end. It's very expensive for what it does.
Line out hitting that money talent. Why would you ever go for the 200 Finger of Death damage talent when it just upgrades itself now?
Because memes.
True.
You need to do more damage.
There is such a thing as memes.
He's doing a lot of damage with these fingers already. He's sitting on that 725 plus the extra 200. So
at the moment he's using 4 fingers per finger. I think that should definitely be like an Arcana for Lion, where he just adds an extra finger for every kill he gets.
What happens if he gets to 20 and it just looks really weird?
But he's toes.
Oh, okay, right.
Jump up in the air and go, wah!
They're looking to sit around this Roche pit at the moment.
There he is. War Disruptor has no money. Surprise. And yeah, JT is going for this BKB as expected. IG, are they ready to defend this Roshan? They're a little bit split out right now. Emo is nowhere near. He's got the TP. Oh, and there's a double damage outside the Roche pit. Ping down immediately. He's going to grab it, get back into Roche. They got to know about this IG, but they don't have long.
They have
to make his way over. Half health. They need to go soon. They've smoked up. Doodle's ready with the song. This is so scary, but they backed themselves out. Keen Gaming ready to go. If Naga sings at the wrong time here, this could be catastrophic.
Who can this line find?
They scaled it out with the torrent.
Or the line might see the Naga here in the mid lane.
Yeah, Naga is seen. Kaka 4-star forwards and gets the Hex off, and now the stun to follow up as well. The Naga Siren's pretty tanky to run through, but with the Fiend's Grip as well, there's nothing cancelled. She just disappeared. Where did she go? Dog fights in the middle of everybody here, gets his ultimate interrupted and will not even be able to get it off. Meanwhile, the boat's going to hold all 11 still, but they've lost 2 huge heroes on Invictus Gaming. And that's pushed them right the way back, and Keen go, hey, screw Roshan, let's get onto this high ground right now. They mount up onto the high ground right now. IG, well, there's a Heaven's Halberd. It's going to stop him attacking for a few seconds at least, but the tower's still going down.
It just bounced onto the Kunkka on the backlines. That was
unfortunate.
Oh, Dogfights have to be so careful.
Bouncing around, not hitting everybody, taking a lot of damage inside of this Rolling Thunder as well. He needs to back himself out. They still have the Doom to work with, don't forget. So Keen Gaming very confident in their ability to take a fight right now. As the stun comes out, they've got the Doom, they're going to use it. They're holding the Conquer still for the time being, and I mean, they're just pounding into him.
He has a buyback.
Letting him die there. Yeah, I think he kind of wanted that to happen.
Look at JT though.
Then Rax
In the bot lane.
Radiant's
Ooh,
bottom
JT going to work. Dark does come in. Meanwhile, Old Chicken actually gets brought down. He's the one left behind as they catch him out with a glimpse. And JT just going to back himself out right now. 3 TPs in, but he's taking the tier 3 as well. So JT making the trade even.
I'll be honest. I'm surprised they didn't go back for the
They go
Roche.
for the Doom.
Oh.
Yeah, that seemed ambitious, but they did
Yes,
get a buyback
BKB.
from it. The BKB now popped, but he didn't want to do that. You can tell he was like, please don't make me BKB. I don't want to BKB.
Because the thing is, like, taking a set of racks, like, the possibility of taking a set of racks is really nice, but when you're playing up against this Naga,
Yeah.
you don't
yeah.
really get many chances to be
really
able to
good
take
point.
this Aegis for free.
That and the fact that Naga doesn't care about the middle lane being pushed in. Like, she's going to send illusions up there and push it out passively the whole entire game. So the racks really don't make much of a difference to the lane equilibrium and such. I really don't think you wanted to go for that racks there, but you know, Keen Gaming. I think it was more the fact they wanted buybacks.
Yeah, they do, but
Radiant's
the
bottom
thing is,
shrine
this Aegis is such a big game changer, this game, right? Like, for both teams. When you're playing, if you're the Dire and you're playing up against the Doom, like, having the Aegis on your Naga in that scenario means they can't really just burst her down anymore like they did last fight. And the same,
Yeah.
if you can get the Aegis on the Deucer, it extends your whole team fight so much more.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
they
what it
don't,
does.
they don't have the damage to kill the Deucer twice, it feels like. So.
But you know, this is kind of like a testament to how ridiculously good at Dota you have to be to play at this level. Like, you and me are talking about this decision they made in this, you know, about probably they had 2 seconds to make that call. You either commit to Roshan or you run down mid. You have maybe a bit more, maybe like 5 seconds or so to make that call, but you have to commit to one or the other in that amount of time. You have to run through all these options in your head and decide which is better. You have to know what is better in that time. And Keen Gaming made their decision, and whether it was right or wrong, you know, it's still impressive, and that's kind of like the difference between these teams, is just making those calls correctly and taking everything into account. No meta, game sense, everything comes into play.
The other thing is they didn't know that Naga didn't have buyback, and I think that's probably why they went for the mid lane instead. Ooh, Old Chicken actually goes down.
Yeah, they get another kill down here.
What's,
Chicken's dying a lot. I mean, he's got this BKB, but just obviously didn't have a chance to use it there. I'm not
Do you
sure
know why?
how, though.
Guess what the Nature's Prophet has?
Oh, he's got Nullify? Oh, damn.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
I assumed he would go for that BKB. This is a super aggressive build.
Yeah.
We talked about this Lesh being picked to try and just deal with this split push from the Nature's Prophet. All of a sudden, if one hero just turns up in a lane now to deal with the split push, this Nature's Prophet TPs in with an Orchid Nullifier.
Radiant's bottom shrine
That's,
has fallen.
Pretty tasty.
That's pretty serious damage coming through.
That's some juicy grapes. Medusa, though, she's not going to be affected too much by this Nullify. All she has is Manta. That's her only activatable, so she doesn't really care too much.
It's less for the Deuce, though, more for the Lesh and the Doom, I think.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, like, with Medusa being the kind of big target in these team fights, like the big kind of pinnacle off the Keen Gaming draft, to pick up an item which doesn't really affect the Medusa too much. Is that really what you want to go for? But I think taking out the side here is obviously really important as well. So, and also, you know, when do we see Prophets letting into Deuces? Not that often. He's looking for the side kills, and this helps him get them.
Especially when he gets that BKB. I feel like he can take out whoever he wants at that point. What's this? Kunka finished his... Yeah, he's just finished his BKB. Alright. So we're probably going to see some big team fights here now. Coming up very soon.
Yeah, Emo struggled to really have any kind of game impact in the last few fights. Just because he's either getting doomed or just controlled up or forced back. It's been awkward.
It's not too much of a worry, though, because it's almost like he's the position 3 this game. And the Nature's Prophet is kind of taken over as the other core.
That's true.
So it's more about this Kunka just providing utility. That's why you see he's got the Bird. He's building into this AC next as well. Keep his team alive. Be that tanky frontliner. In the same way that the Doom is as well. There's a refresher on the Doom. Wow.
Wow. This guy's been farming. Third in net worth, above the Nagasaran. It was really far behind for a Naga.
He did... Oh.
Fight up onto the high ground. BKB pop from Emo, and there's a Heaven's Halberd out onto the Medusa as well. So even though it's got the Stone Gates coming through, and the Shield Crash as well, with the Rolling Thunder doing so much work. In comes that ultimate, but they've actually... Oh, he gets a refresher off, but he gets silenced up, and they can actually disengage, so he completely wastes that refresher orb. He is now going to have Doom available, I guess, but
Dire's
still.
top shrine is under attack.
And look at bot lane as well. JT's just split pushing again.
Oh my god, he's getting the range racks. He's getting more than the range racks. The pings come out, but way too late. And he's actually come for the melee as well. He fires a right click into it and gets himself out of there, forcing 3 heroes to come down. They dust, they throw in everything. But JT is long gone. This JT guy's not bad at Dota, is he?
I've heard he has a good following as well. So
I've seen he's got a good following. They're everywhere.
it's all about this JT Dota at the moment.
Apparently so. And it's kind of giving us a good reason to see why.
He's got his gold for the beekeeping now as well. Might look to hold up to his buyback possibly with the Roche being up. But
I'd expect those hero squishes profit as well.
I feel like beekeeping is one of the only items that you can consider buying though that you wouldn't save buyback instead.
Yeah. I hate playing profit without buyback as well because it just gives you this big target on you. You know, as if you didn't have one enough on you as profit already. Everybody's just like, oh yeah, we got to kill profit. Like constantly looking for it. Mid lane, X is out.
Lane tries to time. Oh, we got
trouble
him.
though. They've got the Fiend's Grip. They've got the Doom down as well. They're really looking to tear this Conqueror apart. As in comes the Stomp as well. Do they have enough time to finish him off? I think they do. Medusa getting in there. The Rolling Thunder not going to save the Conqueror's life. Dogfight's just trying to roll himself away. Will be successful in doing so. But now, guess where they're going? Well, they're actually going to have to go to top lane, at least one of them, because JT is getting to work here.
Yeah, they know Kuka doesn't have buyback though.
As well, so the side lanes are being pushed in, but yeah, Kunkka without buyback, that does definitely mean that these two at least are going to be going Roshan, and they could do it alone. But I'm wondering. I am wondering.
It's not like they're unsure about the buyback this time as well, because they know if they've timed it at least, they could have used it in the mid fight before. So,
and they see this Roche though. I'm wondering how Doodle's vocal cords are feeling. They're looking to force it out early though. They do force it out early, but there's 2 BKBs popped, so it actually doesn't do enough. Doodle, they lose. Oh no, Chicken getting the stomp off. They're closing the gap. 11 with the wall stomp as well, keeping Naga locked down. Medusa is in here as well. Doodle out of health. Doodle eviscerated. And now they can look towards Roshan once again. Bottom lane, of course there's some split push going on. JT's in the game, of course there is, but who really cares? I mean, bottom's being pushed in as well.
Looking to run down mid again though. Again, she's not sure whether Naga has buyback, and Naga does this time, so running down mid probably the better decision to try and force the racks. Again, bot lane's getting pushed in by the tire.
Yeah.
Like they glyph to keep the creep wave alive as well.
And in comes the Doom, and he's got plenty of damage.
Oh, the back line on the line.
Oh, what now?
The line just died to the Nature's Prophet by himself.
Oh, JT with the snipes, dude. Every single time.
This is... JT's just keeping the game alive.
It really is. And it's the fact that, like, he's not just...
Medusa.
Silencer's out. Rolling Thunder going to connect as well. And now it's like Storm coming in. They've only got the Kunkka. They don't have the Nagasaran to work with. And they actually cancel the TP boots on the Doom as well. I think that was who was coming in anyway. And Medusa held still, but she's silenced up. But does Gal get to fight? And, well... The ultimate cancelled actually by Darklight. I'm not sure how that happened. And now Chinky coming in, trying to get the damage off. JT getting to work. Onto Medusa. He's hitting into the Stone Gate's being used. He wants to keep on fighting. I'm not sure that was the right idea. He's such low health, 30 HP. He's going to survive. No way. No, Doodle is in here. They're getting this kill. They're getting this kill. There we go. He finally goes down, but takes the Kunkka with him. But now, well, I mean, that air is not lasting very long. Whoever's in there getting torn apart. It's old Chicken. He is gone. And the glimpse as well. Dark thrown back. IG fighting back hard. And they get another kill. Roshan is available, but I'm fairly sure the teams have just kind of said, screw Roshan. We're fighting.
I was not so expecting that at all. The Lesh has no buyback here as well. It should just be Roche.
Top lane.
Oh god.
Tier 3 is gone. JT takes another. And into the Roshan pit already. Roshan is going to go down and is going to go into the hands of Doodle, I would imagine. Although he's got a slot cleared for himself, so he certainly feels like he wants it. But nope, they give it over.
Do support back for this. And they can't even contest the Roche. If the Medusa dies again, the game's just over. Because Lesh doesn't have the gold for buyback anytime. Well, 400 gold away or so. They can just force this.
This is a really bad situation for King Gaming to be in. The side of IG that we haven't seen in a long time, but definitely excited to see it.
And JT has 6,000 gold at the moment as well. He's sitting on top of net worth. You guys thought the Naga was going to be the split push carrier. JT's like, hold my beer.
Yeah. I am the carry of this team. But yeah, I was wanting to say earlier as well, like a lot of the time we see this Nature's Prophets be a kind of one-trick pony where they go for the Necro Book, you know, maybe like a Desolator or something, and Shadow Blade, and they just split push lanes all game. Sometimes we see them fighting, like maybe go for the Orchid and the Nullifier like this Prophet's done, and get involved in fights. Then you see like, the ganking build as well with the, again, you know, Orchid and Nullifier, and they just kind of look for the pickups instead. JT has filled every single one of these roles.
It just feels like, again, he's always in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and even now, looking for this rune, just using the Sprout to make sure he's okay. Doom closing the gap. Oh, gets cancelled mid-Doom animation. The Invis coming out just in time.
Just trying to... I feel like they should have possibly forced with the Aegis before when the Lesh was still dead, but again, they just seem to be quite happy to let this game just extend a little bit, keep farming. Not sure how much of a good idea that is, but if they can try and win the game before the Deuce has buyback again, they've got a good 6-minute window here. Some Kale coming out.
Yeah, so sitting at 40 minutes into this game, and IG looking in a really good place right now. Look at this gold graph as well. Just coming right back down to IG's side for the second time in this game since the 10-minute mark.
When did this... which patch was it that this cooldown reduction talent on the Nature's Prophet got added? Because it makes this build so much better, right? Like this Orchid Nullifier. Like Nullifier's on like a 9.75 second cooldown now.
Didn't he have a death reduction talent, which they got rid of? All of them,
what was the old one? Wasn't it Sprout cooldown or something?
There was Sprout cooldown once. Oh yeah, that's no longer.
So they got rid of that.
So it must have been replaced.
I can't remember which patch it was though, and I know a lot of people have been getting the 40 attack speed even when the talent first got changed, but it seems like more and more people have quickly realised that this 25% cooldown reduction on a core Prophet with this kind of build is so strong.
I mean, cooldown reduction is just really good. Kind of like every hero, I think. I find it very difficult when I have to choose something other than cooldown reduction when that's available.
You even see like 12% cooldown reduction on Queen of Pain being picked up whenever that hero is.
Sniper as well.
Sniper. Midas Necrobook Sniper because of the cooldown reduction.
Bloody Wagga. I think Sniper is really good for that kind of thing though, just because like he needs to be skirting around fights to like getting the cooldown reduction, even though it's only a small amount on like the Hurricane Pike or, you know, Blink or whatever item you decide to go for to help you reposition better. I think it's a really good thing.
My question for you is, what does JT go for next? Yeah, 7,300 gold.
Oh. Yeah. He's got his options open. I think you can probably sell this flats, like...
Yeah, I mean, he could sell his boots as well, possibly.
Yeah, you might want to do that. I think with the threat of Doom, though, you always want to keep your boots on you, like a decent pair of boots on you.
What could he go for? I'm just looking through the item. He could even build like a... Could build into the Bloodthorn next as well. Like the Silver Edge.
Cooldown, right?
Yeah,
I was going to say, if he wanted to go for Boots of Travel, that means you can go for the 2x train HP damage, but... Tis not the case.
Oh god, no, you don't do that.
We just went for the 1,000 mana.
The constant TP is just so annoying to play against.
Oh, we're going to have a Lesh track at level 25 soon, by the way, so get ready for what could be a very boring end to this game.
If they win one fight, all of a sudden the game's over.
Yeah. Have you ever seen anybody go for the plus 130% cleave on Doom?
Yeah, my Midas Battle Fury Mask of Madness Doom.
Oh, cool.
That I play. Yeah, it's really strong.
Is it? I don't believe
you just farm the jungle until you get to level 25, and then you're like 0-0-0, and then you just hope the game's still alive.
Yeah.
And you come out and you hit somebody for about 200 cleave damage, and then you're dead. It's really good.
Yeah, but the people behind the person you hit are going to be dead as well, creeps and stuff.
That's true, yeah.
Sick. Anyway, let's get a quick recap on this game, because we did have a bit of a long pause. So IG very much in the driving seat right now. No buyback on them with Medusa, and they have this Aegis in the hands of their Kunkka. They're probably looking for some action sometime soon.
Lion's hit level 20. What's his talent? I can't remember.
20 times.
Ooh. I mean, good this game.
Oh, yeah, really good. Getting rid of these Naga illusions. So you don't even need the 25 AoE Hex. You've got the Drain multi-target.
Have you ever seen that 1,000 Earthspike range? It's very funny.
1,000 what? Yeah, I've seen the Earthspike range.
Get your Aether Lens?
Sometimes when you're like against Mega Creeps, it's pretty good.
I mean, AoE Hex is pretty crazy, though.
Yeah, it's insane. I'd like to see the AoE Hicks change each hero into a different animal though. Like the main one is still like the fish or whatever, but then you get like a fish, a frog, you know, a little giraffe or something. I don't know.
Did the side mana drains not kill the illusions?
What?
Radiant's top
I'm pretty sure I just saw a
structures
Naga
under
survive a mana drain.
attack. Radiant structures are
So
fortified.
no, it definitely.
Look, it just happened again.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
gay Ben.
I didn't know that. Okay. We learned something
Well,
new
it
every
killed the
day.
mad time.
Maybe it doesn't work on the the Manta ones or something. I don't know. That's weird.
Are you certain? Because I didn't see it. I think you're lying.
Watch the line. Right.
Yeah, I'm
Line
literally
cam.
fixated on the line right now.
Here come some illusions. Here we go. They're coming in.
All right, they're coming in. Let's see it. Come on, go behind you, mate. They're over by the shrine. There you go. Here we go. And boom, both gone.
See, they both did that time.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
Stop trying to mislead
Again,
everybody.
mid. Oh my god, what's happening? Maybe I'm
Dude.
just seeing things.
You are tripping. Oh, Chicken on the high ground. A lot of heroes behind, but they will get their smoke pop. They might have just run out or something. But Chicken sees them. Was like, oh god, that's all the heroes here. I'm gonna back myself up, and they actually use the finger straight away onto
Good
Disruptor Dust as well. But they're very cautious to go on this one. They know that this might be a great fight of them. And the song's even being used here. I mean, 4 heroes all lined up, but they can't follow up. Everybody just gotten themselves out. Damn, that could have been a crazy good initiation.
JT.
A 4-man torrent ghost ship. I'll be into it. JT TPing himself out, nearly taking down that shrine down to 300 HP, but the 5 health regen does mean that he needs to get back in here quickly to deal with it. Meanwhile, the Rack's taking damage from his treants as well. How annoying is this guy?
Look at this observer order. It just saw the courier coming bot though. So JT's going to TP in here and kill the courier on the way back.
Under attack.
No, it won't.
There you go.
Radiant's courier has been
Easy.
killed.
Well, sometimes you're wrong. Is there any point to carry TP scrolls on JT now?
Yes. I don't know why, but yes. Why not?
He just ran out.
Oh,
Doom, yeah, he's in a bit of trouble here. By a bit of trouble, I mean, not that much as Chicken comes in on the sidelines.
There's
They've
no
also got the
BKB.
Fiend's grip onto the Nature's Prophet. They're actually going to be able to take him down here. JT gone. Now Emo with that BKB running out, jumping. Doom, Sentinel Stomp, held still. Emo stunned up, kept still for ages.
They want
As
the
Keen
plus
Gaming take
one.
another. Dogfights and Noodle need to get themselves away.
There's a swashbuckle coming out. They might be able to catch him here still.
No, they've backed themselves away. They need to be careful.
They
know
need to
be
clear their
careful.
lanes. That's the first time the Nature's Prophet's been dead in ages, it feels like. Make the most
like,
of it.
Oh, thank God. we can actually not have to worry about every single lane for once.
Medusa has buyback in a minute and a half now, though, so with the Nature's Prophet being dead, they haven't really been able to make the most of that, and Aegis is down now as well.
Interesting point. Do you think IG would have been playing that passively if it weren't for the pause? I feel like the pause kind of slowed them down and took them off their game a little bit, because before that they were playing very aggressively. Pause comes out and all of a sudden they stop trying to look for kills, and their conquer with the Aegis they just let it expire,
Well,
which I think is really bad. And now the Medusa's only got a minute on buyback. Like, I think their window to win this
Oh,
game
Pango?
is disappearing. Yeah, he's just gonna get himself out. I knew there was nothing happening. He even takes a bouncy rune. What a player! What an actual player.
Sentinel's going to be like, well, just hit us.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I mean, that's a good question, but they've got no one else to blame but themselves, because they're the ones that paused. So,
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying anybody paused incorrectly or anything. I'm just saying it's one of those things where the pause comes and they all of a sudden kind of forget where they are in the game, and next thing you know, your Kunker's dead for 30 seconds, your racks are being taken by a level 25 less rack. You haven't phoned your
Oh,
mother
God.
in weeks, and your underwear's been wearing for the 3rd day straight. Sorry, I'm
Dire's
you feeling all right?
projecting a little bit. Yeah, all good.
Okay, so they get the mid racks, but again, it doesn't really mean a huge amount, because they've got this Nature's Prophet and Naga on the Dire side anyway, to deal with the lane of super creeps.
Dire's bottom shrine.
Minimum roast spawns.
Oh, and they come once again onto JT. Pop him at Doom. Pop him
no.
everything. He's not getting out of this one, I'm afraid. Does cancel the TP, but yeah, it's a final hurrah for him.
That's a moral victory,
Yeah.
cancelling the TP.
Huh, your TP boots are on cooldown for no reason now.
With the roast hitting minimum spawn here, though, if it spawns during this...
In they go. Karka initiating. They found the Pangolier. The finger comes out as well. The Dogfights might just be able to get himself away. He's got the Rolling Thunder off. We'll stun him up and back himself out. Managing to find the stun on Kaka even. Gets himself away though.
Yeah, the Doom jumped on the Naga in the mid lane in the meantime, but without the ult being available, it was pretty difficult to
You didn't
get
have
her
a
off.
refresher? No, he didn't.
The Roche, what's the minimum most? Oh, it's 2 minutes. A little bit of a long one here, so IG pretty fortunate.
3% Infernal Blade damage, so good versus the Naga Siren and the Kunkka.
I feel like Nature's Prophet should probably buy something with this 8,500 gold he has. Because a lot of his net worth is in items that he does. Oh, he does not in items at the moment. So
Doom in some trouble. To get himself out, boat not gonna land. 47 minutes into getting really long. Naga versus Medusa. Oh, that's some big Kale there.
I didn't see this one coming. Naga versus Medusa going late. Shocker.
What are the chances? One thing I haven't seen is a lot of action for him on this game on the Disruptor.
Yeah, he's been getting picked off quite a lot at the start though, because they don't really have great initiation. So he's basically just glimmer caping and wandering into the fight to try and get an ult off. Unfortunately, it means he gives up his life a lot.
Yeah.
So kind of have to balance it out. Oh,
Admin's getting involved.
maybe they're just. I wish I knew what they were saying in these games.
I told you, learn Chinese.
Oh no. Disaster. I watched B Cup cast a game recently where the whole game took about 3 hours altogether because of the constant lag. Not the series, the game. That was interesting. Because of
Ouch.
lag on the server end. I hope that's not the same here.
All right, well, I'm gonna go and grab myself a drink during this.
Let's theory craft all the items that Nature's Prophet could buy. I want chat to
God.
get involved as well.
Okay, well,
And
great rapier.
It doesn't matter how stupid it is. I want it, but as long as you can reason it, right?
All right.
I'll go back and look at the chat when it hits on this at the time as well. What about Abyssal?
I mean, that's pretty sick, to be fair. You just TP on top of someone.
You thought Bulldog range Sniper Basher was big. What about Nature's Prophet Blink Abyssal? It's a decent hex game. Well, it's always
all
a
the
decent...
extreme late game items are all like really viable on everyone. Like, there's never a game where you're like, oh, you know, that period building Satanic is stupid. Like, right now, I'm like, it's gonna be good.
Very true. They are just trying to play around the Roche pit though on Keen Gaming at the moment because they know it could spawn at any point. Fortunately for us, we know when it's going to spawn. They do not.
Is it time for some new items in Dota 2?
What would you add?
A tough one. That's a tough one. I haven't really thought about it. I thought a lot about heroes and such, but I haven't thought so much about items.
Dagon 6?
I quite like maybe like a flux capacitor, which would let you activate it, and it absorbs all incoming damage. And your teammates can attack you as well, and it will just absorb the damage. And then you can activate it again, and it will, like, I don't know, do a burst of that damage somewhere on someone or something.
And it will just do all the damage onto you all at once, and you die.
Onto you.
It'd be the best item for griefers, because they just run down mid, tank all the damage, and then just sit in fountain. Be like, you annoy me at any point in this game.
I'm just gonna explode. Ooh, pings out. They nearly find JT again, but he just managed to get himself away.
These Naga illusions. How would you play against this split push of Naga Nature's Prophet now? If you're
Lion.
keen? It's so difficult.
The line does do work though, and you were saying, when do we ever see Lion at 25? He's only 3 levels away.
Deuce building a
Verging on it.
hex.
Have we got any other cool 25s? Have a look. We got the Edict, we got the Mana, we got the 3% Infernal Blades, we got no TP cooldown, and yeah, everyone else is still a while away.
The Bane one's pretty good if he can make it work. I'm not sure if it would ever happen. I've only got level 25 Bane once and got a full 12-second Fiend's Grip off, but it was marvellous. All it takes is one good Fiend's Grip that doesn't get cancelled.
That's true. And isn't Brain Sap upgradable with Aghanims? Yeah. I don't want to see him go Aghanims with the talent. Sounds insane. JT is soloing Roche. No way does he get away with this, right?
I mean, maybe.
What?
He's got a Sprout.
Kaka walking past, but He's not going to look in. They're actually going to go onto the
no
Mega
way.
Tyrant here.
Oh no.
Yeah, Emo's brought down in the top lane. The Stone Gate's being used. Dogfights, don't lead them that way. Don't lead them that way, Dogfights. Oh, he's ruined it.
And then like,
And
oh,
they're
a
just
half
like,
HP
what the
Roche.
hell? JT, sniveling dog. Meanwhile, Ollie brought down.
Oh, there's just a dire courier here that can't be seen, by the way. This is one of the most ridiculous things.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that one. But I mean that was pretty good by King Gaming. They just got themselves 2 kills across the map, and now they find themselves half health Roshan. Oh,
Oh, there you go. It does die.
what do they do that for?
They're trying to see how much HP it's on. Yeah.
Oh, Naga Siren going in for the steal once again. Gets the Aegis, gets the cheese.
Oh, no
gets
refresher.
done by Old Chicken. Held still. Did he get the refresher? He didn't get it. I don't know who got it, but he is brought down. And
Did he attack it?
oh, there was no refresher.
Oh, it's second, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but Naga brought down twice, but she does take the Aegis off them, so
Is that worth?
I think so.
But now your Naga's going to have to buy back, which gives them a window to win the game.
Well, I mean, an Aegis is a pretty big window for King Gaming to win this game, I think.
I
Shove
guess.
it on the lash rack and he can just do so much work, or I don't know, I'm not even sure he put it on. I don't think he put it on Yi. He's pretty unkillable. He's even got he's got a side of Vice.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good, this game, though. It's not about the damage, it's about the lockdown in these fights now.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Naga's going to have to buy back here.
Oh, she dropped some cheese for a boy Conker. No? For a boy, yeah, for a boy Conker.
Oh, lag. Oh, this is so...
Oh, no.
This is so unfortunate as well, because they've just initiated the fight. Oh,
Yeah.
IG are going to be massively annoyed. They really wanted to take them by surprise, but...
I mean, it's not really a full commitment here, I don't think. I'm not sure this is like so much of an initiation as just to kind of chase.
No, but even so...
But yeah, it does just mean that they can now look at this and decide how they want to take it.
Everybody can analyze what they want. Like, where's the Nature's Prophet on the map?
Exactly.
Yeah, like, you see Pango's drawing on the map at the moment to push in bot lane to try and force them back. But, unfortunately, the Lesh is already dealing with that creep wave.
Yeah, exactly. He's been down there the whole time, pretty much. Pretty after the Roshan. He just went down here. He's got the boost to travel level 2, so no real threat. Everybody has buyback. Every single person in this game has buyback. Look at that. Green across the board. Beautiful.
Not for long, though, because Naga's going to have to use it, I think.
Don't
So...
break it. Don't go breaking my heart. Oh, Bayonet did actually go for the 7 seconds Fiend Script duration.
And that's from the top of the 50-minute tone. Taking him over the edge. 44. What does that mean? Go,
44.
I guess.
Don't know, mate.
4-1-4.
Ooh.
If they can get a 12-second grip here off onto the Pango. Oh, God.
Wait, so
It's 13 seconds,
13
sorry.
seconds with Enfeeble. 62% status resist.
But does that... Is it 60% of 13, or is it 60% of the original 6? So many questions.
It's status resist. So it'll be on the enemy.
Oh, God.
God, he's just stuck here. He can't do it. What?
Did he...
Huh?
I don't know what
mate.
happened.
Just let him go. He said, let my people go, and said okay, and I'll let him actually cancel the TP blink away. Because he's kind of taking them from the front lines here, but they're both coming in. Nightmare gonna save him from that damage. Even on the front lines here, needs to be careful. Now you're trying to fight it up. The Medusa is about half health, and now the song comes out. Look at them right next to each other, like a lovely pair of eggs. But unfortunately, they do not really time it very well.
Where's JT?
Dude's on a
Oh, he
cliff.
took top racks.
Oh, of course he did. Of course he
think
took top. Wait, no. Yeah, he did. Top melee racks. Dead
Yeah.
to JT.
What a player.
Oh man, this
there's
is
a
so
DD.
frustrating to play against.
What happened to the Bane there?
He just, I nothing cancelled that.
I have a feeling that somebody else glimmered him and that cancelled the Fiend's grip, but that doesn't
happen.
work. Like, I can't think of anything else that it would have been.
I'm fairly sure.
Unless it was the sleep or something. But I don't know, it wasn't, because they used that late. Oh, I don't know. Why am I thinking about it? I have no idea what's going on anyway.
Yeah, someone watch the replay. Tell us what happened. Put us out of our misery. Oh, you did that at mid-mo. didn't take them all, did it? Because there were 5.
Okay. Lesh has an Octarine.
Dogfight
What
on
can
the
they do?
picture. Octarine's pretty cool.
They did 75.
In the side of the
Calais.
Emo's just laughing at it. Yeah.
Oh
finally.
no.
Oh boy.
Gaben, please.
A little faster.
Right, do you know what the way to the Radiant to win this game is?
Hit me up, Pam.
Lion's only got 8 finger stacks at the moment.
No, that's not much.
So they just need to farm finger stacks for the rest of the game while keeping their base alive.
Okay.
And then eventually he'll just one-shot everybody with an axe. That's the play, right?
It sure is.
He's building an Octarine, which is the wrong decision. He needs a Kaya now. Kaya and an axe.
Just more fingers. Less problems. So the inverse relationship between the number of finger stacks you have and problems in life you have.
What happens if you over 20 stacks? So you run out of fingers
What?
and toes.
Oh,
What's the point?
well, there's more things on your body you can use.
Oh dear.
That kind of thing.
Oh dear.
We can't get into because this is a PG stream, but
Oh yeah, okay. What happens if he gets to 22?
well, then you're really in trouble. I mean, he's a demon from hell. He can sprout extra fingers if he wants to.
That's true. IG, can we just say, in comparison to how, I mean, coming into this series, I thought Keane wouldn't drop a game against anybody in these whole qualifiers.
Yeah.
IG have put up such a good fight. Beat at E-Home in the first series 2-1, and they're now holding Keane Gaming to a 54-minute game in game 1 of this series.
Absolutely, yeah. And, you know, often we see with these 3-game series that whoever wins these big long marathon games, they just go on the
Oh,
wreck.
he did.
Oh god, I want to throw up. Look at the damage coming out onto these racks here. They barely get a chance to open their eyes before the racks are taken down. And dogfights go through a little drive-by, but does miss everybody and takes a ton of damage in response.
Watch. If Lesh builds, actually, Lesh just has to build a refresher, and they win the game.
Yeah, do they stack?
Yeah, they do.
Oh my god.
That's how they win. They just run at the enemy back. They don't have to kill them. They just run at them with a refresher Lesh.
Third Roche coming up in like maybe 5 minutes or so.
Oh, you get refresher orb and refresher shard Lesh.
Exactly.
And then you run at them. How do you stop that?
You do not.
Radiant's bottom barracks
Ooh.
are under
Oh,
attack.
look at this. Using the X marks, the bungee cord, sending the Prophet in and just bouncing him out again. Risk-free gameplay. That is nice. Are they just going to keep doing this?
They can't do it all the time. They need to wait for the creep wave to push in. It was only because the creeps had shoved in bot a little bit that they could.
Yeah, true, true.
It just feels like they're running out of options now on the dial. Like this Kunker's falling on further and further behind. He's been building this AC for about 30 minutes, I think. Probably about 25 minutes, actually. And he's had to buy back twice, I think.
The Prophet just has more money than he knows what to do with, Mr. Scrooge McDuck over here.
Has he built moonshards for everybody yet?
No, he hasn't bought Moonshot for anyone.
Give it to your disruptor first.
How's attacking him coming along?
almost
he's
got
actually going
axe.
for it.
What, the disruptor?
Yeah, he hit that 20 ton, so he's got the
Oh,
plus 108.
no.
Don't kill him, he's
Look
going
at
for
the
it
feed
back.
situation. Here,
Oh
ready?
my god, they're gonna keep him locked down for such a long time.
Oh, they didn't use it.
Oh, song?
The finger stack.
Really? Song?
I think you have to do that, though, to try and keep your disruptor alive. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
he's not going to have Axe Gold for very long because he's going to have to buy back here, I imagine.
Yeah.
That's the dream gone.
More bungee cords. Let's
dear.
go. Profit down to the bottom lane. Trying to get through the back.
Yeah, look at the Lesh.
benches. Oh my god. No matter how many times I see it, never fails to make me
Oh,
sick.
Lesh speeding the boat.
What? Okay, but now they got the Fiend Scrape out onto the Conquer. They've got no way to cancel this. He's just getting a full duration from the low ground here. And now the Stone Gaze comes out onto him as well. Emo's getting beaten down. The cheese will be eaten, but Emo's getting beaten and beaten and beaten. But he will be able to get himself found now. Second Storm coming out onto Old Chicken. Popping that BKB though, going to make himself survive a little bit longer. Doodle could be in some trouble, but just backs himself away. The final racks. The Edict is out. The racks are ticking away. They're gone. Now you're against Mega Creeps, and also Dogfights is dead. No buyback available. The finger comes out. Can't get brought down on the front lines. We'll have to buy back into this fight. Is there any way to fight this Doodle back into the base? Keen Gaming beating back IG inside their own bloody fountain right now as they will throw in the net. but in they go to the tier 4s. JT going to work. I mean, he's got a rapier on JT, but he's only going for the mega creeps. He's not going for the win.
Oh, no.
And Naga's in some trouble. Does she have buyback available? She does not, and she's dead. This game might be over. I'm not sure they can do it. JT, he went for the megas. He should have gone for the game.
Come on, JT. He's TPing to get there quicker.
He is. He's not gonna make it. There's no way. They've got the fortify. They don't have a fortify on the Dota. They can't do anything. Emo jumping in. They've got the backdoor protection. No, Ancient. It's gone. That will rip through it. A very close ending to a very close game. Unfortunately, it did come down. I mean, the fact that JT was going in for it in the first place was a pretty balls to the wall move. I don't think you can criticize him for not going for the Ancient there, and they did actually run out of creeps. The backdoor protection kicked in, so there could have been a chance. But unfortunately,